name is Abilene Baldwin, and this is my narrative speech for my Fundamentals of Oral Communication course. So have you guys ever scared yourselves?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to tell about a time when I gave myself a scare. Okay, so one night my mom and my sisters and I had came home to find that we have left one of our doors unlocked. And we were kind of freaked out at that time. Something else had happened. And so we went inside and we just kind of checked everything over and nothing was amiss. So we went back and we were doing whatever we were doing. And a little while after that, I decided to go downstairs. And I went down the steps and I went down to the bottom. And all of a sudden I heard a man's voice coming from the other side of the room. And it really freaked me out. And so my heart started beating really, really fast. And I turned around and I ran up the stairs and I went around the corner and there was my mom and my sisters. And I'm like, Mom, I think I just heard a man's voice in the other room. And my dad was at work and my sisters are very young. And so we were very freaked out. And so we were trying to, my mom's like, are you sure it wasn't just the dog outside? And because our dog is very old and he makes noises. So, and I was like, no, I'm positive. I heard a man's voice. And so we stood there for a little while trying to figure out what to do. We were really quiet. We didn't want him to know that anything was amiss. And so Mom decided that, well, why don't we go out to the car? So Mom grabbed her phone and we went out to the car and we were very quiet. And we sat out there for about 10 minutes in the garage. And so my mom called my dad, and he said, well, I don't really know what to tell you. Why don't you just call some neighbors? So my mom did. She called one of our neighbors, who's just right down. And they have some older boys, and so we thought that maybe they could come in and just check our house. And so they came over. We also called another one of our neighbors, who is a police officer, and she came up with her gun, which is really cool. And she went in and she checked all our house, and she checked in everything, all the cupboards and everything. She even looked in our chest freezer. I don't know who would be stupid enough to lock themselves in a chest freezer, but I guess you have to check there too. So she came out and she hadn't found anyone. So we thanked her for coming over, and our neighbors all went back home. And I felt really, really dumb because I caused all this commotion, and it turned out that there was nothing to be afraid of anyhow. So I went inside and I was just looking around, and I noticed that the front door, the deadbolt was unlocked when it had been previously locked when we went out to the garage. So I was like, okay, what's going on here? And so I thought that, okay, it could have been possible for the person to escape through the front door while we were in the garage. But I wasn't sure if it was our neighbor, Shannon, who had unlocked the door when she was giving it the official rundown. My mom, however, still thinks it was the dog outside snorting. But to this day, we are not sure whether or not it was actually someone in our house or not. I want to thank Ms. Karen for allowing me to come into our class, and thank you everyone for listening.